So this is the 2008 Italkart Rapido. Um, here one of the features that it comes with is the disc calipers on the front, and it has brake disc on the back too. Um, it's dual caliper. I believe this is like the only company. Italkart is the only one that has dual caliper rear calipers. And one of the good things about it is that it allows you to brake easier, I guess. The brakes also have a brake bias, which is what you use to adjust how much braking you get from the front and from the rear. Here you have the brake fluid reservoirs, which I bleed the brakes almost maybe every other ride just to make sure I'm getting the right braking. Yeah, the radiator, nothing crazy. The bigger it is, the more weight it adds. The lines here are new, apparently, and I have a K&N air filter. This is already here when I got it. Apparently this is some kind of resin, but right here you have a seal, which is RTV silicone gasket, which everyone uses. And then I have the header pipe, and then I have a double pump right here, which is a fuel pump that prevents the engine from starvation, so it keeps feeding the carburetor or whatever. The ignition coil there it's an aftermarket, so it's provides more of a bigger spark, so you get a little bit more torque, and you don't really get that bogging kind of deal. It's a Mikuni pump right here. A lot of engines come with a key hin or whatever. The Mikuni is better, of course, and it's a little bit bigger as well. It's a K&N filter that goes in it too. It's durable, you can wash it as well. I just changed out the tank, got a new tank. The other one cracked. It was a different brand, but if you leave it in the heat too much, it'll kind of crack a little bit, and under pressure it'll start leaking. Here's the clutch, which allows you to when you're in first gear and you come to a complete stop, you have to keep the engine running so that the car doesn't actually stall on you or just stop. Another feature about it, I have a upgraded chain. I have a 23 tooth sprocket in the back and a 16th in the front. It's more for high speed, but it's actually pretty good because when the gearing is too low, you get really jerky throttle, and it's really hard to keep a smooth acceleration. And under hard acceleration, you can spin out coming out of turns. I just drained the fuel. I just drained the transmission fluid. I use Mobil 1030 extended performance, and I changed out the coolant as well. The coolant I used Prestone 5050 and Mobil 1. The fuel you had to use, I use 93 octane from Shell, and I use a ratio right cup. So basically the ratio right tells you how much oil you need to add for a 2-stroke motor, and then how much fuel you need to add. So for every gallon, I add about, I don't know, the ratio right cup tells you, but my ratio is 20:1. And the oil that I use is Castor 927. It's about $32 for that. Also, that's the tank I use, and there's a couple tires over there. Those are a little bit used, but the ones that I have on the cart now still have a lot of life on them, considering I don't like go balls out all the time. A lot of stuff is disorganized because I haven't really put it up for sale. So last pictures I took were maybe in October, and then I decided to rebuild the cart just to get a little bit more attention considering it's rebuilt. The way I started, when I started, I usually pull up the choke right here. I pull up the choke, my tire strap around it, and then I kind of let the fuel flow through the lines. And then when I decide like it's flowing enough, then I let the engine start for a little bit, sitting in static idle, revving it, and then I push it down the driveway and I jump into it. The thing about these, once you sit down too long, they just shut off on you. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it, and that's what I'm gonna do. Another thing, the spark plugs I use are NGK BR9ES, and I have like 3 new spark plugs. The one I have on here right now is new too. I would take it off to show you the piston, but I don't have the free hands right now. The piston's in good condition. I mean, the top is still nice and clean. So let's see if I can start it before the time runs out.